All right, so she is here. This is the Charlotte Nexus planner. And I just want to go through it and let everybody know what's included. So it's an everything planner for people who budget, mainly people who follow Dave Ramsey. There are some little pockets here. There's 2 in the front, and there's also 2 in the back. So this will be like for notes, receipts. If you have a business like I do, you know you need to keep receipts quarterly to report them to the IRS. So there's 4, so you could do that 4 times a year for your taxes. Anyway, when you open it up after the pockets, you will have the holidays for 2020, 2021. Let me put it in here so you can see better. Okay. Then you'll have calendars for 2020, also for 2021. And while I'm in here, let me go ahead and mark my next payday. So my next payday will be the 23rd. And then after that, it will be the 6th. Okay. Then you have 2020 and 2021, where for each month you can mark like your goals or what you plan on doing. After that, same thing. Okay, so this is a money saving chart. So basically, to save $1,000 in a year, every time you get paid, if you get paid weekly, you want to mark off one of these and put the amount of money that you mark off into a shoebox, a envelope, a savings account, however you choose to do it. By the time you mark off every number, you would have saved $1,000. If you get paid every 2 weeks, then you
want to do 2 every 2 weeks. Every week, you want to do 1 every week. Every month, you want to do 4 every month. So depending on how you get paid is how you save the money. If you want to save more than 1,000, you can double up. So like your first round, you can mark them off in gold. Your second round, mark them off in pink. Third round, mark them off in red. However you want to do it.
Over here, we have a debt jar. So what you would do is put your debt, the name of the debtor, how much you owe, and you would do that for every line. And then every time you pay off the debt in full, you'll mark it out in here in a color. You can use different type of markers here. And once you get to the top, you're debt free. It's just a fun way to kind of keep track of your debts. So I already started marking some of my stuff off, but this planner is just everything. Like it's open dated. So that means that if you don't buy this planner until June, you don't have to waste paper because it's open dated. These are all blank little tabs. So you kind of write in what month or, you know, what you want your tab to say. There's also a community who uses stickers. So you're, you know, good to go with your stickers. I don't do the sticker thing. Here is 12 tips to increase your credit score. So this here is some good information. If you get the book, you can read over it. Over on this side is sinking funds. So for those who don't know what sinking funds are, it's basically a short-term savings. If you ever had a birthday party come up surprisingly, if you ever had car maintenance come up surprisingly, sinking funds keep you from having to go into debt or having to take out money for things that come up. So for an example, people who do sinking funds will keep something like this, cash envelopes. I made these myself. So in these cash envelopes, let's say this one, let me see, it would come with something like this. So you would take out a label and put it on the envelope. And let's say I call this one my Christmas envelope. So if I knew that by Christmas time, I wanted to save $1,000, every month I would take out cash, and in this sinking fund envelope, I would put, I don't know, 80 some odd dollars every month. And then by Christmas, I would have my $1,000. I wouldn't have to spend a credit card or start, you know, hustling and things like that. Same thing for car maintenance. You know, I would keep an envelope for car maintenance. So let's say, like for me, every time I get paid, I put about $25 away. So when I go to get an oil change, or I go to get new tires, or I go to get windshield wipers, I have the money already. I don't have to use my credit card and go over my budget and, you know, things like that. So that's what the sinking funds would be. And here is a place to keep a track of your sinking funds. So up here you would put the name, like car maintenance, Christmas, allowance, whatever you want to save for short-term savings. You put it here. You would put the date, the name of it, how much you put in or took out, and what your balance is. So this is what these sheets are for. And then we come here to the budgeting part. So this one's January's budget. There's a blank page for people who like stickers. This is for you. You can put all the stickers you want. You can decorate it, do whatever you want. I'm not into the stickers, so I really don't use this part, but it's cool. So this is open dated. You would write in the date. You would write in the date here, the year. And then you would use the date that you have in the beginning of the planner here to actually date it. When you get done, anything that you want to do this month, you will put here in your to-do list. Your pay dates, you could put stickers. I don't use them again, but you could put your stickers. So what I do on these pages, basically is I put any appointments I have coming up, any business meetings I have coming up, I put them in one color. Any bills that I have personally for me, I put the date that the bills are due. And then as far as my fiance, because I do both of our budgets and I do handle the finances of the family. So his bills I also do in a different color and what due dates they're due on. So when I go to budget, I know what bills need to be paid by when. And I don't have to worry about, oh, you know, having to pay late fees, which add up, etc. So this is the next part of the budget. Here you would put your pay period, pay date, depends on if you're a business owner, if you get paid salary, if you don't get paid salary and get paid hourly. And any income you have, you'll want to put it here, and then you'll want to total it. Then here, you'll want to put the date, the bills, and the amounts, then total it. Then you'll take your income from here, minus your total bills from here, and you'll put that number here. Then that's how much you have left over after your necessities, your bills are paid. Then you come here, which are your envelopes. Now your envelopes are to just make sure that you don't overspend. So for an example, your envelopes can be however many and whatever kind you want them to be. For me, I only have a certain amount of envelopes. Let me show you my wallet. So instead of using envelopes, I've been using these tabs, which I'm about to go back to using envelopes. But let me just show you. So for an example, I get paid again next week, so money's kind of low. So this tab is gas. I've only got a few dollars left in gas. This is my personal money. I've only got $10 left. And I don't have any dollars left in anything else. The kids, the household, what's this one? Eating out. Definitely never have nothing left over and eating out. The groceries, this is gone the day of. So this is how I keep it in my wallet. But I do like my cash envelopes. So let me show you how they would sit. So if I didn't have those tabs, these cash envelopes, I would put a label and I would call it personal, gas, kids, you know, beauty, whatever you decide you want envelopes for. And they would fit right in here. And so I would put the budgeted amount of money into each envelope. And once I spend it, it's gone. So this prevents me from overspending. Because I don't know if I said this in my last video or not, but I went into my bank account. I'm just making sure I don't have no money in here because I found $10 the other day in one of these envelopes. But anyway, I went to the dollar store and I spent $90. And I was thinking to myself, like, who the heck goes to the dollar store and spends $90? Like, on what did I buy? But anyway, so this is how it would go if I had the envelopes in there. Which I will start using again, not for now. But these are my envelopes. This one I love the most. So beautiful. Anyway, so these are my tabs. I'm going to put these back in here. So the things that you know you spend money on, if you drink alcohol, if you smoke cigarettes or whatever you smoke, any extracurriculars, anything that you spend money on, don't deceive yourself. Don't, you know, just budget for it. Put it in envelopes, bingo, the casino, whatever you spend money on, put it on your envelopes, put the money here, and when you spend it, be done. That way you don't overspend. So once you put your envelope money here, you will take the leftover after your bills, minus your envelopes, and this is your new balance. Now from there, you move on to sinking fund. Now sinking fund also goes in envelopes, but the difference is your envelopes, you spend them every time you get paid, basically. When you get to sinking funds, these are short-term savings. So sinking funds will be stuff like Christmas, holidays, birthdays, car maintenance, your registration that comes around every year, things like that. You'll save for it so that when the time comes, you don't have to start figuring out where you're going to pull the money from. You already planned for it. So you put a little bit of money in your sinking funds, maybe $10 each, maybe more, depends on when it comes up. Then when you get done with your sinking funds, you will take away the balance you had after your cash envelopes, minus your sinking funds, and whatever is left over. Whatever is left over, you'll put either to debt or to savings, depending on your situation. And when you get here, you should always end with a zero balance, okay? This is called a zero-based budget. It's inspired by Dave Ramsey. And it's a way that, excuse me, people get out of debt. So also included in this notebook, which my son kind of scribbled in, so excuse that. But also included is going to be a cashier guide. This is basically going to tell the cashier when you pull your money out for your cash envelopes and for your sinking funds. It's going to tell them how many ones, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, 100s to give you. You just simply cut them out, however many you need. If you make a mistake, you got extra. And then you have a meal plan. Excuse me. So the meal plan basically works like this. This is going to be for each week. So for this week, let's say you do Sunday through Saturday. For breakfast, you'll write what you want to have for breakfast. For lunch, you'll write what you want to have for lunch. For dinner, you'll write what you want to have for dinner. And other is just extra stuff. Kool-Aid, sugar, ketchup, just whatever you think of that you need extra. So based on what you put here, you'll go here and you'll write what foods you're going to need to go for those meals. So if I put eggs and bacon for every day of this week, then when I get here, I want to put eggs and bacon in the meat category, and maybe in other, put some waffles, and maybe in condiments and sides, put some syrup, however you do it. But you will make your list, and then you'll make your grocery list. When you get ready to go grocery shopping, you just cut here, keep this in here, and you're good to go. This is a way to save money as well, because you're not buying things that you don't need. You're using what you need. And that's it. Every month is going to be the same. Like I said, sticker page, decorations, however you want to do it. That's blank for you. This one is open dated. So you'll put the month that you start, the days here, your to-do, and everything starts over again. Budget, cashier guides, meal plans, starts over again. In the front, sinking funds, debt trackers, cash saving charts, and everything that you need. So this is my review on this planner. I hope you all enjoyed. I do ask that you support my channel and like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message.